guys, today I want to have a little talk about greenhouse dirt and soil uh, in your needs for as far as soil in working in the greenhouse. I'm not sure if everybody knows this or not, but I started out in just selling to the public in the greenhouse business, and which I was in the greenhouse business for 20 years. But that soon gravitated to commercial only, because dealing with customers on one-on-one basis is not very fun, So, but anyway, on commercial you can sell so much more. And during that time, I found out dirt was a huge expense. I mean, if you wanted to buy, all commercial made dirt and everything, you would have so much into your plants that you wouldn't be able to make a reasonable profit, if at all a profit. Even taking from cuttings, because you need a lot of dirt and you need a lot of pots. So we made a lot of our own dirt, and we made a lot of our own dirt quite well. So we made our own compost, and if we had a way of getting, at the time, we had a way of getting composted sawdust, and that was our base. We used this, it was about 20-year-old composted sawdust. It came from a sawmill. It was good black stuff. And this is what it looked like. So we started that as a base, and we could get that for roughly about $45 a truckload, and that's a good price, especially since you can buy 3 cubic feet of dirt is all close to $30 now. So, but they've got a truckload for about $45. Now, we raise chickens, and we've been doing that the whole time here on the homestead. So I gather up chickens in these buckets, and these buckets are they have holes in the bottom, so I can just harvest the chicken manure, put it in the bucket, and just let it sit outside. The rain runs right through it, and it'll compost on its own, and I let it sit for about a year. Now, the reason I just put it in the buckets is because we're small scale on chickens. We don't have a great deal amount of chickens. We just have a small scale amount of chickens. So, but now we have goats, so we'll be doing the same thing with the goats. I'll be harvesting their manure and letting it sit for a year, and then using it to make our dirt. Now, we have we add also perlite. Perlite is the white volcano rock. It keeps the dirt from becoming compact. That's all it's for. It's just to keep the dirt from becoming compact and giving your plants a really easy way to grow. I mean, a really easy path to send their roots, and they don't really hold water, but it's space. So, but anyway, we add perlite, and I don't have a new bag. I have to show you from old one to see. And then I take now from all the pots that we don't use, the plants have died, or we've taken the plant out, we've replanted it, and there's a lot of excess dirt left over. We recycle that and let it sit for a year, and to become new. And you're probably thinking, why let your dirt sit there for a year? It's because it has to go through a renewing process. The worms have to get in there, the bugs have to get in there, they have to do their little work. Little organisms, your bacteria, like the aquaponics bacteria, has to get in there and rejuvenate the soil. So we'll let that sit for a year, and then we'll put that back in there. So it's rejuvenated. Plus, we have a worm bed, and it's just one for now. I have a new idea for this worm bin. It's kind of along the lines of aquaponics. I know that sounds like you're not going to understand it, but you'll see when I get the time to build it. I think it'll be really what everybody gravitates to when they're raising worms. All right, well, when I harvest the worm castings, I use it in compost tea, and everybody's seen my videos on compost tea. I need to do an update of compost tea, updated video, so everybody can see that I'm still using it, and we don't use any fertilizers or pesticides here, because we believe that if the plant gets everything it needs, it's not susceptible to disease and pests. They'll fight it off themselves. But anyway, I harvest the worm castings and I put them in these little bags, and I do it 2 or 3 times a month. So I add those into our dirt, along with the chicken manure, along with the compost, along with the perlite. I'm mix it all together, and there you go. That's what we use for. It's more like a super dirt, and we're really trying to give everything the plant needs. I mean, we also put in there clay, which is our soil, our red clay. Now, the reason we put our red clay in there is because, for one thing, the plant is already getting used to growing in our soil, but it has vitamins and minerals in there that the plants need. And it just gives them boost, gives them something solid to grab a hold of. So it's good to have a little bit of clay. You can add blood meal and bone meal and stuff like that, but from what I've been reading, they're putting animals in there that we don't agree with. So there you go. So we'll just produce our own. Occasionally we'll put the tilapia, when we clean them, we'll put them in there and let them compost, and there you go, which we clean a lot of them, so if the cats don't get them. But I hope this helps about about where we get our dirt from, because we couldn't afford it, because we wouldn't want to afford it. When you can make it yourself, you can make your own compost, and we also have a compost bin that we use, but we mainly use that for outdoor plants. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Ani Ove Ocha. I love you in Hebrew. Later guys.